Alright, this is Khayr and SiStar MyRah. We're back for part 2. Dos, wisdom, or Taurus, coming around the wheel, second sign. And we're talking about the hidden power of the moon and Mother Moon as she relates. In SiStar MyRah's case, your moon,
my moon,
being in Gemini.
Being in Gemini.
Take it away.
So if Gemini is the sign of, it's also the sign of communication.
Communication.
Communicating information.
Okay.
You know, where you channel.
Right.
So I channel and communicate information straight from Mama. You know, that's how you understand your astrological energy.
I got the question I have is, everybody may not have their moon in Gemini.
Yes.
Which they don't.
Right.
Because everybody's chart and moons are in different places.
Absolutely.
So, does that mean what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing?
Absolutely.
And if somebody else notices where their moon influence lies, as they get in tune with that, that will be what they're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Because some people can look and say, why can't I channel? Or, you know, she may be, she's better than me because she can channel and I can't channel. I wish I could. Or maybe a person who has a sun Gemini, who's a Gemini sign.
Yes.
Does that normally mean that they are normal channelers because their sun is in Gemini as well? Can you speak on that? For real?
It does mean that, yeah, of course. What I was going to say is find out where your Gemini is. Everybody's got the Gemini somewhere.
Right.
Mine just happened to show up in the moon connected to the mother, which was my role, you know. We all, when we were at a higher consciousness, we created this reality by programming the universe, you see,
sure.
And walking that energy, and that's the astrological chart that tells you how you program your energy when you're at a higher level to come in and serve that purpose or that mission, you see.
Okay.
So I came in to, as a vessel to communicate, you know, and expose or channel information straight from the mama, you know, Big Mama. Now, like you said, the Gemini sun would also have the ability to channel, but in a different way, of course. Okay. The sun is your personality, you see, and so it would come through more in the personality of the individual with the Gemini moon as to how they will channel, you know, that information. So wherever your Gemini is at, you know, if you're looking to channel, then you would want to find your Gemini, see what planets may be in that sign. If no planets is there, then you still need to understand what house cups it falls on. Okay. To understand where in your life you will be most prone to be able to channel information.
Okay. So even I have my sun is in Taurus.
Yes.
I can still investigate where my Gemini is at.
That's right.
To see how I channel things down.
Right.
Okay.
That's what makes us holistic as melanated people. We have access to all the energy of the universe. We can access them as we need, you see. You know, this part, you know, this go over here. I mean, this for my need for this part of who I am, I can access that energy. We are the only ones that have that capability, like I said. And
a lot of us just look at astrology for what they get in the paper and say, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a Pisces, I don't have to listen to this right here. What do you have to I mean, but is that not living holistic when you are just in your sun sign?
Here again, this is the piecemeal. You know, that takes us to the battle between Set and Asar. Okay? Set represents the father. And Asar represented the son, you see. And he cut him up, and the father is Set or Saturn. He had names such as Cronus, which is chronological. So Set is really father time.
Wow.
And he actually cut Asar up into those pieces because Asar is the fire of the sun. The sun is the power. So he had to grow in responsibility. He had to mature in order to be able to use that power creatively, you see, being the son hot-headed. So the father cut him down in time so he could mature and use all of that power in a responsible manner. So you know, so here again, it's all about the balance of opposites, the father versus the son. You see,
Okay.
So everything is going to fall, and it's going to, you know, it's going to show up in those areas where we need to balance within ourselves, between those aspects of ourselves.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And so what I do is I call myself a reporter for the cosmos. Okay? I'm just reporting, you know, through what I see of the energy that is unfolding on the earth that's serving a larger purpose. This is not personal, you see. And so, you know, being able to channel directly from Mama, and also being able to read the energy in the form of planets, you know, and stars, and you know, this is how I get my information. So it's I'm just, you can receive it, you don't have to. I'm not here to try to make you believe, you know. I'm just giving you the information, and you receive of it. You see what works for you, or what your spirit allows, and then you leave out. I always say, never take the whole message of anyone. Only your spirit can gather. I'm going to take some of this from here. I'm going to take some of this from there. Take some of this from here, and bring it together for my own internal truth, you see. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just because everything does not fit into your you know, parameter of belief, because what works for you may not work for someone else, but what works for someone else may not work for you.
Right.
See? So
now, you seem very comfortable to be able to have this information come down from spirits and be able to give it to people.
Right.
Were you always as comfortable?
Oh no, especially when I first started doing the tarot readings, you know, and I started getting a little nervous. I was like, well, you know, this is a big responsibility to try to tell people, you know, what to do and what not to do. And Spirit said, it's not you, fool. It's the cards. Just read the cards, you know.
Right.
All you're doing is reading the cards. You know, the cards is the one that's going to bring the message.
Right.
So you just stay true to the meaning of the cards. And see, I am Capricorn, the sign of integrity, you see. So I have to stay true to the integrity of the message that I see, you know, unfolding by my study of energy. That's what I do. I actually study energy.
And not get mixed up in...
Not personal. Not personal. But see, that's what integrity... A lot of times when I bring up the word integrity, I get the question, when I have a public audience, they will always ask me, what does integrity mean? And integrity means that, like Capricorn sits at the very top of the astrological chart in the 10th house,
Gotcha.
which is the house of community. And it's the sign of responsibility and integrity, which means they have to stay true to their responsibility to a larger purpose, and not, you know, use the information for their own personal benefit or desire. So integrity means to stay true to the larger purpose and not conform it to what is personal for you. So staying true to the integrity of the information or the message. Now, the higher level spirits is always looking for a vessel to impart information through, but it has to be a vessel of integrity, because the minute you abuse the integrity, then the higher level spirits will immediately vacate, and that's when the lower trickster spirits will come in.
That's when some say when they may turn their back on you.
Right.
And then you left out there leaning
Vulnerable.
on your own understanding.
Yes.
Which we've always been warned, don't do that.
Right. You've lost your protection, because let's go back to Mama here. All she cares about is her family, you see. And she's the source of energy, you see. And so if you are not operating in the benefit of the family, you see, then she's not going to empower you, you see.
Did you hear that? You're not going to get the power if you're not having your character correct. That's the bottom line. Big Mama's not gonna give it to you. So that's gonna close up part 2. We'll be right back with part 3. Peace.